In the stillness of the night, even the most mundane places can become a theater of horrors. Imagine, if you will, the walls of ordinary hostels, usually teeming with life and laughter. Now, let the veil of darkness descend upon them, transforming their cheerful echoes into hushed whispers, their warm lights into sinister shadows. The everyday hustle and bustle of these places gives way to an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional creaking of old wood, or the soft rustling of unseen presences. These once vibrant locations, now cloaked in the mysterious shroud of the night, become the perfect stage for strange occurrences and chilling encounters. It's in these seemingly innocuous settings that the extraordinary happens, where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, giving birth to tales that send chills down our spines. Tales that are as real as they are terrifying. Tonight we delve into the haunting tales of the Nightmare Hostel. Our first tale takes us to a hostel in the heart of Europe, where a traveler found himself not quite alone. Meet our protagonist, a seasoned globetrotter, eager to explore the world, one city at a time. His latest stop was an old hostel, nestled between cobblestone streets, exuding a charm that was both inviting and eerie. He was assigned a room on the top floor, a quaint space with a single bed, and an antique armoire. Excited for the adventures that awaited, he settled in for the night, oblivious to the events that were about to unfold. As the clock struck midnight, a peculiar incident disrupted the silence. The antique armoire, which was securely closed earlier, creaked open. Skeptical, he dismissed it as a quirk of the old furniture. But as the night deepened, the strange occurrences escalated. He heard hushed whispers, a conversation he couldn't place. They seemed to emanate from within the room, floating in the stillness of the night. A chill ran down his spine, but he told himself it was just the wind, or perhaps his imagination playing tricks on him. Next, he felt an inexplicable coldness, a sudden drop in temperature that made him shiver. The room was quickly engulfed in an icy chill, making his breath visible in the dimly lit space. With a growing sense of unease, he sought refuge under his blankets, hoping for the night to pass quickly. But the climax of this eerie night was yet to come. He felt a weight at the foot of his bed, as if someone had sat down. His heart pounded in his chest as he mustered the courage to peek from under the covers. To his horror, he saw an impression on the bedspread, an invisible force occupying the space. Fear gripped him, his mind racing with thoughts of the uninvited visitor. It was then he heard a sigh, a slow, deep exhale right next to his ear. The sound was so close, so real, it felt like someone was sharing the bed with him. With dawn, the strange occurrences ceased. The room was once again quiet, the temperature normal, and the bed empty. But the eerie incidents of the night had left a lasting impact on our traveler. Once excited about his journey, he was now filled with dread, his sense of adventure replaced with a desperate desire to leave. The traveler left the hostel the next morning, but the memory of his uninvited visitor lingered. As he walked away, he couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, a chilling reminder of a night he would never forget. And so our tale concludes, leaving us with an unsettling question: who or what was the uninvited visitor? Until our next story, remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Our next story transports us to a hostel nestled in South America, where a haunting melody echoed through the halls. In the heart of the continent, tucked away in the lush greenery and ancient ruins, was a hostel known to many weary backpackers. A group of them, young and adventurous, found themselves seeking respite within its rustic walls one night. It was a night that would etch itself into their memories forever. As the moon hung high in the sky, an unusual sound began to seep into their dreams. A melody, strange and haunting, seemed to permeate the air, winding its way through the narrow corridors and creaky floorboards of the old building. It was a tune that seemed out of place, a relic from a time long forgotten, yet it filled the night with an eerie harmony that left the backpackers restless and curious. They congregated in the dimly lit common area, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and intrigue. Each one affirmed they had heard the same melody, a spectral serenade that refused to fade away. The question that hung heavily in the air was, where was it coming from? Determined to unravel the mystery, they decided to investigate. As they ventured through the hostel, the melody seemed to guide them, growing louder and clearer with each step they took. It was as if the tune was leading them, pulling them towards something that was waiting to be discovered. They found themselves in front of a locked door at the end of a long corridor. The music was at its loudest here, the notes swirling around them, filling the narrow space with its spectral symphony. The key to the door was found, and as it creaked open, the melody seemed to grow excited, its tempo increasing, the notes dancing in the air. Within the room, they found an old gramophone, its needle tracing the grooves of a weathered record, spinning away as if it had a life of its own. The room was untouched by time, a capsule preserving a moment-long past. As the melody continued to play, the backpackers felt a chill run down their spines. The room felt alive. The music wasn't just a sound, it was a presence, a spectral performer stuck in an endless concert. In the days that followed, the backpackers tried to stop the gramophone, to break the cycle of the haunting melody. Yet each night as the moon claimed the sky, the music would start again, its notes echoing through the hostel, a ghostly ballad that refused to be silenced. The melody never ceased, a haunting reminder of the hostel's eerie past. The backpackers left, carrying with them a story that would chill the blood of many future travelers. The hostel remained, its spectral symphony playing on, an eerie melody that continues to haunt those who dare to listen. Our final tale leads us to a seaside hostel in Asia, where a midnight caller turned a relaxing vacation into a nightmare. We find our protagonist, a solo traveler, tucked away in the cozy confines of a rustic hostel. The gentle hum of the sea, the whispering palm leaves, the distant laughter of fellow travelers all set the scene for a peaceful night. But the tranquility is shattered when the first call comes in. Just past midnight, the shrill sound of the phone pierces the silence. An unknown number, a voice on the other end speaking in a language unfamiliar, yet the tone undeniably eerie. The call ends abruptly, leaving a trail of confusion and a prickling sense of unease. The traveler brushes it off as a wrong number. But then, the second call arrives. The same number, the same bone-chilling voice. This time there's a hint of laughter in the background, as if the caller is not alone. The laughter doesn't sound friendly, it's a sound that runs a cold finger down the spine. With each call, the tension mounts. Our traveler's heart pounds louder with each ring. His mind races, spiraling into a vortex of paranoia and fear. The once comforting sounds of the night now seem sinister. The laughter of fellow travelers sounds like distant mocking. The whispering palm leaves seem to be sharing secrets. The sea, once a reassuring murmur, now roars with threat. The calls continue, each one more unsettling than the last. The voice grows more insistent, the laughter louder. The traveler tries to trace the call, to report it, to block the number, but nothing works. The calls keep coming, an incessant reminder of the unseen terror lurking in the shadows. As the night wears on, the traveler is consumed by fear. Sleep is a distant memory. Every sound is a potential threat. The once peaceful hostel now feels like a trap. The laughter of fellow travelers, a chorus of tormentors. The sea, a monstrous entity waiting to consume him. The final call comes just before dawn. The voice, now a sinister whisper, the laughter a maniacal cackle. The words, still undecipherable, carry a clear message of menace. The call ends with a chilling promise. We're coming for you. As the sun rises, painting the sky with shades of red and orange, the calls stop. The eerie silence that follows is almost as unsettling as the calls. But the terror of the night is far from over. The midnight caller remained a mystery, his chilling words forever echoing in the traveler's mind. 3 tales of terror, all set within the seemingly innocuous walls of a hostel. Within these walls, 3 chilling narratives unfolded, each one leaving behind a residue of dread and a lingering sense of unease. The first tale, of an uninvited visitor, left us questioning our sense of reality. The unsettling feeling of not being alone, even in the most intimate of spaces, is a discomfort that burrows deep within our psyche. It's a feeling that stays with us, a constant reminder of the unseen, the unexplained, and the inexplicable. Then, there was the haunting melody, an eerie tune that resonated within the hostel's walls, devoid of a discernible source or reason. It was a melody that seemed to seep out from the very walls, a chilling symphony that had the power to instill an inexplicable sense of dread. It was a tune that could make the bravest of hearts quiver, a tune that seemed to echo the hostel's hidden tales of terror. And finally, the midnight caller, a mysterious voice on the other end of the line, filled with ominous threats and spine-chilling warnings. It was a call that brought paranoia to life, a call that turned the hostel into a maze of fear and uncertainty. It was a call that made every knock, every creak, every rustle, a potential harbinger of unspeakable horrors. These 3 tales, each unique in their terror, weave together a chilling tapestry of the hostel's dark history. They serve as a stark reminder of the unseen, the unexplained, and the inexplicable that may lurk within the most ordinary of places. Remember, as you lay in your hostel bed tonight, the walls around you may hold more secrets than you could ever imagine. As we close the door on the Nightmare Hostel, remember, the shadows hide more than just the absence of light. They are a canvas for your wildest fears and a playground for the unseen. Every creaking floorboard, every sudden chill, every echo in the silence might just be another story waiting to unfold, another mystery lurking in the corners of the night. Perhaps you too have a tale of a creepy hostel, a spine-chilling encounter, or a midnight fright. We encourage you to share your experiences, adding more depth to the shadows, more whispers to the wind. Your stories not only fuel the fire of our curiosity, but they also remind us that the line between the ordinary and the eerie is often thinner than we think. Stay tuned, for there are many more tales to be told, many more secrets to be unraveled. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your ears alert, and remember, the darkness isn't always your friend.